The Group of Seven, as well as Australia and the European Union's price cap on Russian crude oil, has come into force. They've agreed to restrict the price of Russian oil at $60 per barrel, just slightly below the current price of $64. And the goal, well, is to hit Russia with yet another round of economic sanctions.
This price cap has three objectives. First, it strengthens the effect of our sanction. Second, it will further diminish Russia's revenues. And thirdly, at the same time, it will stabilize global energy markets.
But the question is, will the cap really achieve these objectives? Well, to understand the practical consequences of the cap, let's take a quick look back at how the cap mechanism works. It basically stops shipping and assurance firms under G7 control from selling above the $60 cap. So the bottleneck for Russia seems to be the number of tankers able to transport its oil. However, according to one report, Russia seems to have worked out a path to circumvent these sanctions. It has assembled a shadow fleet of more than 100 oil tankers that can navigate the Baltic Sea and perhaps even the Arctic coast. And it's a strategic move that may well avoid the impact of sanctions. Some experts believe the price cap sanctions are more like a symbolic rebellion against the Kremlin than a real financial weapon.
They want one measure in place to certainly contribute to that discount being bigger, but not as large as some wanted. And I think that the fact it's taken the EU so long to agree on a cap is because some countries, which tend to be more hawkish on Russia, wanted that cap to be much lower.
Others think that though the cap may be hurting Russia, it won't actually stop Putin from earning huge amounts of money through oil.
There are going to be a lot of different ways that people could skirt around this price cap. And obviously the Russians will do everything they can to make sure that that happens. Although $60 isn't a bad price at the moment, they could do other things. They could cut back on oil production so that prices go higher.
Russia's Deputy Prime Minister Alexander Novak said on Sunday that Russia would rather cut production than supply oil under the price cap. Before the Russian-Ukraine conflict, over half of Russia's oil export went to Europe, but now Russia has found new markets like India, Turkey, and China, who have been exempted from the price cap mechanism. Meanwhile, Russia has also got OPEC Plus's backing. The powerful oil cartel has refused to reverse its decision of cutting daily oil production by 2 million barrels. So the West is running out of options. And reports say that the OPEC Plus's members have expressed frustration at the cap, saying the anti-market measures could ultimately be used by the West against any producer, and that could possibly disrupt the general energy market in a big way. So, given these uncertainties, the sanctions against Russia this time are unlikely to be as detrimental as the West expects, and perhaps might end up backfiring altogether.